What's up YouTube, it's Young Man's Daily Red Pill, back with another upload. Appreciate you guys clicking on today's video. As you can tell, it's another Red Pill 101 session. I got my Red Pill jacket on, my Red Pill hoodie on, and we're going to be diving into one of the most important things that I can teach you on this channel in terms of just understanding how money flows and basically how when you spend money, you in a sense are basically giving your money back to women, alright? So it's a crazy concept to understand, but I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you exactly how you are giving your money subconsciously to women every single day without you even really realizing what you're doing, okay? And it happens all the time. You work hard for your money and then eventually it ends up in the hands of a woman. So I'm not even talking about the fact that you go on dates and you spend money on women. That's just one small aspect of the whole scheme, the whole pyramid of this, the whole cycle that I'm about to get into. It goes much deeper than that, and we're about to talk about it right now. So before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel so you don't miss another upload, and help me spread my Red Pill awareness to other brothers out there by sharing my content and continuing to engage. Alright, let's dive into today's lesson. Alright, so here we are at the whiteboard, and I'm going to break down and show you guys the exact cycle of money and how it flows through the economy and how every cent that you make, not specifically you if you're going your own way, well actually kind of, and you'll see, but just society in general, especially when you're blue-pilled, especially when you have no understanding of what goes on around you and the lies that you've been fed. This is exactly what happens with the cycle of money, alright? And it's been going on for many years, since the beginning of time basically, because men have always been extremely thirsty, alright? So quench that thirst, men. Here we go. Here's money, alright? So this right here is going to represent money that you make at your job, alright? So this is money that you make at your job, wherever you work, and let's say we'll throw a female in here because it's not just men that go to work and make money. So we'll put the female right here, female, so she gets her money, and the male gets his money. Alright? So now that we know both the female and the male go to their work and they make money and they have their own individual paychecks, we're going to talk about exactly the differences each gender spends and how they spend their money and how it all cycles back into the female's pockets in the very end, alright? So the woman goes to work and she basically keeps her money, alright? And we all know this. You've been conditioned growing up in society to basically pay for a woman. Whatever she needs, you have to be able to provide for her and supply her with that money, alright? That's what we've been conditioned to believe. So she keeps her money, she spends it on whatever she wants, nails, purses, shoes, whatever it is. So the male, on the other hand, this guy right here, he's gonna go home to either his girlfriend or his wife, alright? So when he goes home to his girlfriend or his wife, he's eventually gonna have to spend money on them, alright? This is what the usual blue pill simple do. So he spends money on his girlfriend, who also is most likely working, but she gets to keep her money, alright? She gets to keep her money, trust me. So he's shelling out cash for her, even though she's able to work her own job and make her own money. But, you know, that's just how we've been conditioned. I'm going to break it down. And money also is, let's say he has a wife. So obviously they're going to go on trips together. He's going to be taking her out to eat once a week or whatever it is. Just spending money either way, alright? And let's say, for instance, he takes his wife out to a restaurant or a certain business and they eat together or whatever they do. They spend time, they spend money, alright? He spends his money on his wife at either place. For reference, we'll say that this business right here is ran by a man and this business is ran by a woman. Pretty equal, right? So what happens is, so he spends his money that he makes from his job on either his wife or his girlfriend going to a male or female owned business. And what happens is he spends his money here or his money here. So if he spends his money either way, he's screwed. And I'm going to break it down. He spends his money either way, it's going to go back into the female, and you'll see in a moment. He spends his money at a female-ran business. Obviously, she cashes in, she gets the money, all right? So she takes the money. Now let's say that this man that owns this business right here, let's just say he's a CEO simp. He's a CEO simp. This is the CEO simp right here, this guy. And he owns his own business, but guess what? As soon as he makes that money, guess where it's going? It's going right back to his wife at home for her boob job, for her makeup, for her vacations. She's getting all types of trips, all types of accessories, commodities paid for it by this CEO simp that owns this business, all right? Unless he's a man going his own way, but like really, what are the percentages of men that are actually going their own way and actually red pill that own a small business? As you can tell, this is a whole cycle of how the money is filtered in the economy, and it eventually always just ends up back into the pockets of the female, all right? I'm gonna break it down one more time just to show you guys from the beginning when you work till it going back into the female's pockets, the exact cycle of how money is filtered through the economy. Let's break it down. I'm gonna use a different color just to show you guys. So you make your money. You make your money at your job, then you're either a man, or if you're watching this and you're a woman, you keep your money as a woman. You keep it, right? Because he's gonna provide for you. The simp over here is gonna provide for you. We've been conditioned in blue pill society to simp and spend money and be a provider. Shell out cash that's unnecessary in order to get a second call or a date. So right here, the man, he either has a girlfriend or a wife at home. Unless he's a man going his own way, like I said earlier, that's not the majority of men. There's a lot of men that still are in relationships, still have that thirst. So let's say he has a girlfriend or a wife and they decide to go somewhere. They decide to go eat, they decide to go shopping. That business that they go to is owned by a man or a woman. So let's just say they go to the female operated business. The woman cashes in right here. Just, it dies right here. The money stays obviously with the woman. The money stays with the woman. And if the money goes to the male ran business, CEO simp, he is married already. So he's gonna be spending all that money in order to keep his wife happy at home and get her a boob job, get her makeup done, buy her whatever she wants, a new car, always constantly upgrading homes because they're keeping up with the Joneses, right? So he's gonna be spending all his money that he makes from running his small business on his wife. So she benefits again. Meanwhile, she doesn't have to spend any money. She's probably a stay-at-home mom, and she's probably cheating on the guy, honestly, if he's blue pill, beta bucks, alpha, you know what I'm saying? So this is the whole cycle, and then it goes back to the female's pockets, and then they decide to spend money in the economy. As we know, women spend 70% of all the money that is spent is done by the female, all right, in this economy. I just wanted to break it down for you guys. I hope this makes sense. If you need to watch it again and break it down even slower, go over it again, take notes. This is what we've been conditioned to do, all right? So yes, the money does cycle back to the female always, but by you going your own way, by you taking the red pill, by you understanding, listen, this is my money, I'm not gonna be spending my money that I worked hard for on the female always. I'm going to spend it on myself, spend it on hobbies that I like to do. You can break that cycle. You don't have to be in that beta mindset of constantly having to break money and break out, shell out cash in order to keep a female around, all right? So I just want you guys to understand that this is what you've been conditioned to be like, but you don't have to follow this at all right? Don't follow this. Understand that this is a trap and this is a setup. And I hope you guys can really understand that this has been going on for centuries. This has been going on since the beginning of time because men are thirsty and men will break bread, well, the majority. Some guys don't have to because we talked about in the last video, the 10% man who really doesn't have to spend any money on women. He has them at his beck and call. So I hope you guys understand what my chart says. Drop a like if you enjoy my content. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video, and be sure to share my videos as well. It creates engagement, it brings more people to my channel. Thank you for allowing me to open up your eyes to what we've been blinded to for so many years. and hopefully we can learn from our mistakes and move forward as men and understand to invest in ourselves and what we enjoy rather than the entertainment of a female and validating and getting the attention and approval of a woman. Thank you.